Hey guys, it is CJ here. We are going to be going over my slabs for my PSA collection. Everything has been stacked from cheapest to most expensive. And I'll give you a hint on my most expensive card. I recently bought him a holder. I wonder if you can tell which one it is. We're going to start off with Dusclops from Shrouded Fable. I want to get all three of the Duskull and Dust Noir in a PSA 10 for my collection. Definitely one of my favorite evolution lines. I love the ghost type, and I think all three are just so good. Sticking to the theme with the ghost type, we've got the Darkrai V-Star. I think this card slept on. This is 100. Oh wait, value. This is going for 90 to 100 roughly. Is about 115, 120 all day. This card I think is slept on. This is a card where you see someone, you just see an ominous figure in the backdrop of a beautiful background, and you know shit's gonna go down. Moving on with the darker themed Pokemon, Houndoom. This is my favorite card from Shrouded Fable. This is arguably zero reason why I would want this in a 10. It is a Hellhound. He just looks imposing. He looks like a badass. He looks incredible. I think this is going... There was a best offer that was accepted of 166. I'm considering that an outlier. This is about the 120-ish range I've seen it go. We're going to be going from one of my favorite cards of all time as well, the Beedrill from Astral Radiance. If anybody says that they have a more beautiful Beedrill card, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. This card is absolutely gorgeous. You've got the multiple swarms of Beedrill, you've got the pink flowers in the background, the beautiful blue sky. Hands down the best Beedrill card ever done, and I think they will ever do. It is going for the 120 to 125 range. We got another card in the 125, 130-ish. Maybe it was 140 at one point. I don't know. All I know is it's cheaper than the most recent, than the one I have next. This is my favorite card from Temporal Forces. It is the Iron Crown EX. I bought this for 100 on the dot when it first came out. Incredibly beautiful card. You've got the Ash Blossoms there. You got the moon. You've got the Iron Crown in the background. This one is in the 160s when I last checked. A couple of these I got recent comparisons for. This is the Umbreon VMAX from the Trainer Gallery in Brilliant Stars. I actually was selling this. The reason I was selling is because I didn't want to carry it as a slab. I have yet to find the single to replace it, so until I can find a single, it's going to stay in my PC. I made the mistake when I sold them a choke from Astral Radiance. I shouldn't sell cards I have one of ones. So, because if I'm going to complete the collection, it doesn't make sense to go backwards. But this is in the 160-ish range. I actually bought this as a slab to complete Brilliant Stars. Like, when I did the short for the Brilliant Stars completion, because I couldn't pull this card, I actually bought it in a PSA 10 for like 65 or 70. And then we recently gotten the Rainbow Zard and the Fallout Zard. This one is going for about 200, 205. This is the Clear Tops Pikachu. The TV animation, as you can see, my finger in the background right there. I had never opened Tops at all. This came out when I was a little kid. I would love to try to collect some more of the Tops at some point. I just don't want to try to collect 14 different sets at the same time. I need to focus on one at a time. But I do think the animation clear stuff looks really cool. The translucent background. Plus, who doesn't love Pikachu? This one is going for about 210, 215. Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest. One of my favorite cards of... actually, it is my favorite card from Silver Tempest. Don't get me wrong, the Lugia looks really cool, but this just looks arguably even better. Going for about 215. What I think this does, and what I think, actually, when I know I brought this back, what I think this card does the best is it makes Rayquaza look imposing. Like when you have the other one from the Evolving Skies. I'll link pictures of both of them at this point. Probably like right here-ish. Yeah, like right here. They show like the awe that you should feel when you see a Rayquaza. PSA 10 next of my wife, Cynthia. Who doesn't love Cynthia? Garchomp in the background. The Cynthia theme from Diamond and Pearl still keeps me up every now and then. Just an incredible card with Garchomp standing in the background. You know business is about to go down. The most recent slab acquired, actually. We've got the Shiny Gardevoir from Paldean Fates. This card just like, I don't want to say like it speaks to me, but you've got Gardevoir dancing. I'm going to see, I don't know if it'll blur it out. I think you've got Wooper in the background. That's a Pachirisu sleeping in the forefront. You've got Shiny Gardevoir in the back. It's just overall an incredibly beautiful card. The blue. Rainbow Chonkachu. Big fat Rainbow Pikachu. Coming in. I actually pulled this one. This is back before I made content, but I pulled this when I bought, I think I bought either 1 or 2 ETBs and I bought a tournament pack and Vivid Voltage was in them. And you've just got big Pikachu, the eyes, like the fact that he's rainbow and he's got a really cool just blue eye in there. I don't know if that's a misprint because I've never really looked. I don't know if the eyes are supposed to be rainbow as well, but that's something that's kind of always fascinated me, is that his eye is one color despite being in the red when it's clearly like should be with that green section. Because you can see they've got the cheeks to match. Misty, the original waifu. What can I say? You've got the Starmie. Overall, an incredible card from Astral Radiance. I think it's my second from the... if we want to get super technical, it's my favorite from the Trainer Gallery, but I still think the Beedrill looks better. But I can definitely agree that this is also an incredibly looking card. This one is going... Oh, values. Forgot about those. For the last couple. I don't know if I got Cynthia. This one is going for about $215, $220 from what I can see. I just put it behind Ray because I like Cynthia more. This is the $220, $230 range. This I've seen sell for $250, $260. And then this one is pushing about $280, $290. I'm going to drop a picture because this card's featured here. It's going to go right here. I'm going to try to find it. I actually opened Astral Radiance is always one of my favorite sets to open because I feel like I've always been really lucky. The first booster box I opened of Astral Radiance, I pulled the Machoke. I think it was Misty. And I think it was either the Beedrill or the Cynthia. But I pulled 3 of those 4 in one booster box. I have a picture of it. I just don't have video of it. Back when I was broke working my minimum wage job in a booster box was a big deal. Here's where we're going to get into our big heavy hitters. Giratina is my favorite Pokemon. In a couple weeks, you're going to figure out why it's my favorite Pokemon. I had something done that I'm just not going to share right now. This is going for about $515, $520. The Gold Giratina, Origin Form Giratina, is just overall badass. You can just see it going through. You've got the Gold River right down here in the background. Giratina is just overall an incredible Pokemon. Dropped it. Here is my other Giratina slab. Now, I sent this in before I knew what grading looked for, what centering was, because as you can clearly see, it is very off-centered. Had I known that, I wouldn't have sent it. But this was just when I opened... I think this was my second or third Lost Origin booster box back when it came out. And it was actually... I hadn't gotten a Hyper Rare yet. I had been incredibly disappointed. And this was the last pack of the booster box. I remember that. I'll have to see if I have any pictures from Discord. with my friends, but I know I've pulled that one, and I know raw it's going for about 5. I think the PSA 9 it is like 550-ish. I know it's incredibly off-centered, but I do know it is worth more than this, to kind of show that Giratina is my favorite Pokemon. For my personal collection of the Lost Origin ETB. And we're going to round out, last, certainly not least, we've got our big boy. Gengar VMAX, Gengar eating the world. You've got the dark type in there as the tongue. You've got that. I pulled this from a Fusion Strike pack and I had no idea what it was worth before my brother-in-law told me, and I think when I first pulled it, it was about $90. In a PSA 10, this card is selling for $1,550, almost $1,600. And he is going to sit right there now. Just a couple quick things. This Friday, we are going to be doing a 151 opening. I decided to break down a couple 151 products that I had because I didn't want to sell them sealed. I'd rather rip them. Do kind of like a Scarlet Violet send-off. And then also, all of the shorts that I do are now playlist. Well, I say all of them. Most of them are playlisted. And then I'm going to do, I was contemplating doing like a huge monthly hit thing. I'm going to hold this out. We have something moving. I was contemplating doing the monthly hit thing. I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to do February combined with March, because March is when I started doing long form stuff. So we're just going to combine the shorts of February and March, and then I'm going to even throw in the prismatic bonus one that I did. So it's going to be a prismatic short, all of Twilight Masquerade for shorts, and then the long form opening and shorts of March. Anyways, that's all I have to add on. I'll be back next week with an update collection because I did get some singles that we'll have for next week. Everybody, have a good one. Thanks for following along. I'll see you next time.